Okay, this is going to be just the basics of Macromedia Flash animation. The first step is to create a simple drawing on our first keyframe up here. I'm going to just draw a little head, and then maybe a line. Probably should use a color other than light gray, but we'll deal with that. Okay, so I've got this little guy here, and if I double click and then shift click to get that piece, I can actually go in and change my color to make him darker. Alright, so now I've got this little guy here, and I want to add some frames, and if I go up here and I do F6, that adds keyframes, and I'm just going to go ahead and add about 10 frames. Now what I'd like to be able to do is, like, if I go back here to frame 2, I would like to change his hands a little bit. Not really hands, but anyway. So I'm going ahead and I'm drawing like that. In fact, you could grab in the middle and have him even bow a little bit. So now if I go from one to that, back and forth, you can see that he animates. Now, if I want to go to the next frame, but I can't remember what the frame before it did, I can click up here on, there's a tool called onion skin. Alright, now right here it goes out way too many frames. I just kind of want it to be, maybe a couple frames from where I am. So I can see where he was before, where I am now, and maybe I want it to go one beyond. Okay, so now maybe I want him to go out a little bit. I'm still on this frame here, and I'll do this and drag that out a little bit and back like this. Move one more frame over, and I don't know. And basically what that does, when I go to play it, is he moves. I know obviously you can get a lot more tricky with this, but I'm going to go ahead and remove these frames. And now I'm going to get to another type of animation, and that is called a tween. Alright, so let me make sure I have a tool up here. I'm going to keyframe. Let's say I'll start with a circle. In this case, I'm going to fill it with a color like green. Go out here about 10 frames, and maybe now I want my circle to be red. Got about 10 more frames. Maybe I want my circle to be blue. Alright, and if I go about another 10 frames, and I want my circle to be green again. Alright, so it should be similar to the first frame. Anyway, if I was to just test this now, it goes green, red, blue, green, red, blue. Kind of boring. However, if I was to select all of these keyframes like this, and then go down here where it says tween and choose shape, even though it's not a shape, you'll see we get a kind of a neater effect. Okay. Now, the other thing that's cool is if I was to go to, say, frame 10 now, use my arrow tool, and stretch things out a bit, and then go to maybe this frame and have things be, well, that's kind of moved, but we'll see what happens. Stretched a little bit this way, and turn off my onion skin. Now when I play it, you get this kind of real, natural effect. Anyway, that's the basics of 2 different types of animation, and that should be a good start. Just kind of experiment. I recommend doing things on different layers. For example, if I wanted to, have another tween up here, that way it doesn't get involved with each other, it doesn't cause problems. Anyway, enjoy.